are you
subjectivity.
You agree with Sola Scriptura?
100%.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, with Sola Scriptura, what I don't agree with is everybody has their own interpretation of the Bible, and I feel like listening to the apostolic fathers and their interpretation of the Bible is the most correct.
The Sola Scriptura is the idea that the Scripture is the sole infallible rule of faith, rule of authority, binding on the church. When we appeal to the church fathers, I agree they are an authority, but I do not think that they are infallible, because the reason that we even have some of the church writings is because different fathers disagreed with each other. So who do we agree with? When they disagree, who am I supposed to agree with? When I see Augustine saying that the Scripture alone is the infallible, what's the quote from Augustine?
Scripture alone is the only infallible rule of faith. That the authors of that alone were free from error.
Yeah. He says, of those alone are we free from error, and we appeal to those. All other letters are in subject to the Scripture, Augustine writes. Yeah. So you disagree with that. So how do I know when to follow Augustine? How do I know when not to follow Augustine?
So how do we know when to follow Augustine's tradition and not the other church fathers' traditions?
That's a fair point.
Yeah,
that's a fair point.
Because I would say, 100%. I believe that Augustine says some good things. I believe that Cyril says some good things. I believe that Ignatius, like you brought up, says some good things. But I do think that on the next page, he face plants. If I read Augustine, he says you're justified by faith alone because that's what the gospel says. But then he also says that your good works are required for salvation. I'm going to go with what comports with what the Scripture says.